Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks ordinary at first glance, just a worn, old, 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar. It's dirty. It's been passed around through decades of pockets and registers. It's faded, aged and overlooked. But what if I told you that this unassuming piece of metal sitting in your palm could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? The one most people toss aside like loose change is hiding a secret world of rare varieties, mysterious minting quirks, and jaw-dropping auction results collectors dream about. The 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar was struck at the Denver Mint in astonishing quantities. More than 288 million coins were released into circulation, making it one of the most commonly seen coins from the series. Most of these coins spent their lives in wallets, cash registers, and coin jars, and for decades they were worth exactly $1. Nothing more. But here's the twist. While the vast majority are ordinary, a tiny fraction hide characteristics that elevate their worth dramatically, and that is where the magic of numismatics truly shines. To understand the 1979 D dollar, let's think back to why this coin was even created. The United States Mint introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979 to honor Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer in the fight for women's suffrage. This was the first U.S. coin to depict a real woman, a revolutionary choice in its own right. The design featuring her portrait on the front and an eagle landing on the moon on the back symbolized not just monetary exchange, but a cultural milestone. Unfortunately, the coin's relatively small size and similarity to a quarter confused the public, and the series became less popular than the Mint expected. Now, most coins you pull from pocket change are worth about face value, but collectors know that condition, rarity, and errors create a spectrum of values that can push a humble dollar into serious money. A 1979 D coin in average circulated condition might only bring you that single dollar or maybe a few bucks more, especially if it's clean and uncirculated in a slab or holder. But when we talk rare and high-graded pieces, you enter a world where values balloon to levels most casual collectors never imagine. One of the key ways this seemingly common coin can become valuable is through errors and unusual striking anomalies. For example, coins with strong die clash patterns where the obverse and reverse dies impact each other without a planchet in between can leave ghostly images on the surface that are highly collectible. Some die clash specimens of the 1979 D dollar have sold for $400 or more in mid-grade conditions, just because they look so strange and unique compared to the run-of-the-mill circulation strikes. Collectors also chase double die errors, where the design appears doubled in places like the lettering or eagle feathers. On a 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar, these doubling effects can attract bids of up to $800 or more on auction sites when the doubling is bold and clear enough to catch a seasoned eye. Other dramatic errors include off-center strikes, where the coin is not properly aligned in the press, creating a partial image that's shifted off the planchet. Depending on how extreme the off-center strike is, less dramatic 5–10% off-centers might sell for $150, while more extreme 30% or greater off-center examples can fetch $500 to $1,000 or more. Then there are planchet clips and mint mishaps, where the metal blank was imperfect before striking. Some clipped planchet varieties bring a modest premium, but the real heavy hitters come from coins struck on the wrong planchet blank pieces mint for other denominations. Although extremely rare for Susan B. Anthony dollars, errors like a dollar struck on a dime or quarter planchet are the stuff of legends, with similar modern dollar errors in other years selling for $10,000 at auction. Beyond errors, the condition of the coin makes a world of difference. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC assign grades from MS60 to MS68 for uncirculated pieces, with MS68 indicating virtually perfect condition. For the 1979 D dollar, one of the highest graded known specimens, graded MS68, realized over $1,500 at auction, despite its huge original mintage. That tells you even a common date can be incredibly valuable if it survived decades with virtually no wear. So what makes a 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar special? It's all about rarity within a common date, which sounds like a paradox. But it's exactly what makes coin collecting thrilling. Out of hundreds of millions of these coins, only a tiny fraction are in high grades, and only a tiny fraction of those have eye-catching errors that really get collectors shouting. Even a small difference in luster, strike quality, or surface preservation can elevate a coin from a buck in a jar to a prized registry coin that brings bids in the hundreds or thousands. This coin is mysterious because casual holders don't expect a dollar coin from 1979 to have hidden value. Banks dispensed these by the millions, and for years collectors ignored them. But the deeper you dig, the more you realize there are treasures buried within that massive mintage coins that defy expectations and occasionally surface in old collections, boxes of change, or forgotten jars. And when they do, the excitement doesn't just come from the dollar printed on the face. It comes from the untold value tucked inside history and imperfection. Now, how do you identify whether your 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar is something special? First, inspect the mint mark. The letter D on the coin just above the date tells you it was struck in Denver. Then look closely for any anomalies, doubled letters or designs, off-center impressions, clipped edges, or strange imprints. Use a magnifying glass or smartphone macro lens for best results. Some errors are subtle to the naked eye. If the coin has full luster, sharp details, and looks almost untouched, it deserves a professional grading service's attention. Certification from PCGS or NGC can instantly boost value because collectors trust graded coins and bid more aggressively. And speaking of value, let's talk about auction sales and record prices because that's where the real drama unfolds. In recent years, high-grade 1979 D SBA dollars have appeared in major sales with prices that make headlines. The finest certified MS-68 example brought a strong price of around $1,500 at heritage auctions, far above common coins worth just a single dollar in circulation. Some error coins with compelling die characteristics or striking quirks have crossed the $8,000 mark or more in competitive online bidding wars. While most 1979 D dollars you encounter won't be that rare, the fact that such specimens even exist tells every coin collector to never assume what you have is worthless. Imagine being the person who opens an old family box of coins and finds one of these gems. That's the real mystery and thrill. The idea that a coin you didn't even know was valuable could change someone's day or even their life. Over the decades, Susan B. Anthony dollars have gone from unpopular everyday change to collectible artifacts studied by experts and chased by collectors worldwide. Even though the Denver minted $1,979 started out common, time and chance have turned some into treasures worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare, extreme cases, amounts that could rival coins much older and seemingly rarer. So next time you find a dirty, old, Susan B. Anthony dollar in your pocket change, don't dismiss it. Look closely, study the details, compare it to reference images, and if it feels special, get it graded. That simple action could reveal that this humble coin isn't just $1, it's a story, a piece of history, and maybe, just maybe, your own hidden treasure waiting to be discovered.